Hello, my Meg.
Hi.
Hi. So I've noticed at the beginning of all of these videos, when I sit down, I typically go, or let out some type of like deep sigh or grunt. And I think the only reason that I didn't this time was because I've become aware of it.
You were
Yeah.
of it.
But it's not like an old man thing. It's I work out hard every day and I'm typically quite sore. Grunt. So, yeah.
I thought it was more like an I'm tired grunt.
That could be fair. I missed you today a lot.
I missed you too. You were gone. I was gone.
Yeah.
We were gone.
Yeah.
So start with your morning. You woke up feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, so I don't know.
You're not in a blanket right now.
And my voice sounds normal and
not normal, but better.
Better, thank you. And yeah, whatever this like cocktail of things that I've been taking has been working for me. I've been taking like vitamin C, Excedrin, Tylenol, and then whatever the antibiotic is. But I think the real difference maker has been the antibiotic.
Yes.
The only downside to that, my fever broke too. That I was super pumped about because I was sweating bullets. Anyways, but the only thing about the antibiotic is that it's messing up my stomach a little bit.
Oh, it is.
That ever happened to you?
It's like the most common side effect of it, but I was hoping it wouldn't happen to you. It doesn't normally happen to me, but I don't really take antibiotics.
Just a little achy?
At all.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it kills like good and bad bacteria. That's why people say to like take probiotics afterwards. So I should be doing that. So anyways, but I was feeling good enough to go to the gym today.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I actually hit PRs today too. So like I had this like conversation going in my head about like, okay, so there's a certain kind of like strength that comes for me in the gym from just being like incredibly hyped up and like really motivated to train on the day, where like that extra half rep that I might not have gotten, it's like I'm willing to grind it out because I'm feeling like really excited that day, right? But then there's like, I kind of had this revelation today when I was sitting on the bench, but then I'm like, but there's just absolute power that just exists, right? And like, think about like, no matter how bad I'm feeling, like even on my sickest day yesterday, right, I could still pick up my phone and walk to like the next place that I'm going to, you know what I mean? So like there's a minimum threshold where like no matter how weak or how bad I feel, like I'm still at least that strong. And like I just looked at all of these weights today and I said I'm at least this strong. Like I have this amount of power regardless of how good or bad I feel. So I did, and the power was legitimately just there. Like I was in the zone, hat on, hoodie, just ready. Locked in. It was really cool.
Totally locked in.
Yeah. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to articulate it like here and now super well, but basically the thought was about how like what the gym means to me has been like shifting over time. And like, do you remember the other day we were just like together and I told you I'm just like so angry right now, like when we were in the gym, right? And it was like sort of like inexplicable to me at the time. So when any emotion, but particularly like negative ones, sort of like bubble up spontaneously from inside me, I like take some time to analyze that emotion. I'm like, okay, so where did this come from, right? I think that's, kind of a healthy thing to do. Anyways, and basically I think that like the gym is like a vessel for me to like work out the frustrations in my life. So
well said.
And the train of thought goes something like this. Like through the power of my mind, I'm able to change my body. If I can endure the physical pain and suffering needed to change my body, I can change my life circumstances. So all of these, like whatever things are bothering me like in my life at the time, like I can just, like the gym is a way for me to work out those frustrations so that I can approach the problem from a much more like rational like perspective, like way less emotive, just like there's a problem here, I need to find a solution. And
I feel like that's been me the past couple times we've done this, is like like the batch thing,
Yeah.
the crunch thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are problems that, like, can be solved. Like, you just have to do it. And
I
we're
feel like
blessed.
that's been like a mantra of mine in 2024. Like when we've had like problems that have been like that have surfaced, like unique problems that you and I have never faced before,
Yeah.
right? Together, which is the way we approach everything, and I'm so grateful for that. But when these things have happened, I've always said just like for every problem there is a solution,
Yeah.
and we can find that solution.
Yeah.
I've repeated
You're
that
good at
time and
that,
time
yeah.
again because I really do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because otherwise, the alternative is literally a pessimistic, defeatist
Yeah.
sort of mindset, which I
We don't
simply
have.
refuse.
We won't adopt
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's not how we live our lives.
No.
So you crushed it at the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and then you came back, or...
Yeah, and I had supervision, and then I had a meeting with another therapist today. I'm going to be testing 2 of her clients. So what we do is she gives me a little bit of background information on them.
Perfect.
And that background information is really useful because like when I'm doing my like battery, I know like what dimensions I'm looking for. But then like based on the background history that she gave me, I can like pull at specific features, right? So so that's very informative, and I don't know, that kind of leads me into something else that I wanted to talk about, like with MMP and everything, like I'm really enjoying my experience there, and I am happy there, and I feel like supported in like everything that I do and whatnot. The only part about the job that I'm like not particularly enjoying is scheduling. It's tough getting back and forth with people
I have
all the
something
time.
to say about that.
Okay, what's up?
I don't think that is a good use of a therapist's time.
I appreciate you saying that.
And this actually draws back to my first job at Glover Agency, because they did the best that they could to try to take that off the plate of the real estate agent. That should be the situation for therapists. You are too educated. You just should not be taking up your brain space. And also, I think that I'm not saying it can't be done by the same person, but based on everything I've learned about your field, it seems like you're not the people who enjoy that sort of thing. Like, it's 2 different personality types, like the detail-oriented, like, schedule, like, following up. It's like you're more so the, like, that's not your job. Your job is to talk to people or to assess people. It's not to, hey, when are you free? Nobody answers, call back 5 times. Like,
I really don't like that.
I was in a managerial role doing that exact thing for like photography scheduling.
Yeah.
So that should be, I just don't agree with it, and that's not how one day we'll run our business.
Yeah, which is just where I was going to lead the conversation next. Like when we have our own business one day, we'll hire someone good.
I would probably do it to begin with, to be frank.
Well, yeah, and you would be excellent at it. If you wanted to do it long term, you could. But say eventually, then we hire somebody else, who's good. That would just be great. Like,
it would be great.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I think that like if you're gonna run a business, you should know how to like operate every aspect of that business.
Yes.
So like, the experience that I'm gaining now, right, with like scheduling and communicating with clients, it'll give me a greater appreciation for what you and that person does for me and our team in the future.
Yeah. Well said. Yeah, it's kind of like the whole like having been there before doing.
Yeah, but as far as like from a business perspective though, like once you've like certain skills you should like learn and acquire for yourself. And then like, but others, you should just like admit that like there are people that are better at this than me, and my time is better spent elsewhere. So that's really more where I'm coming from with this. I'm like, there's more good that I could do if I was just able to work and not have to like chase people down all the time.
Scheduling.
Yeah, the billing's tough. I mean, I think I need like an intimate understanding of like how billing works, just to make sure that we're getting paid appropriately. I mean, you do the work because it's meaningful and you get to help people, hopefully, but, you also want to get paid, so.
Well, MMP wants to get paid in this game.
Yeah.
One day us.
Yeah, not me, not yet, but anyways.
Okay, well, good. So then you went to Barnes.
Yeah, today was cool. We were with the assistant store manager, and he's like a super cool dude. So like, the company has like this like whole like hierarchy, right? Where it's
Right.
like all the national stores are divided into regions and then areas and clusters, right? So for our like cluster, which is like one area of Michigan, he does like everything that's not books, okay? So that means everything to do with music, games, toys. He does all of that, right?
What do you mean does all of that? Like selection?
Curates the selections and like helps people like display it and everything. Like they just opened a new store in Rochester and he was there all last week helping them do that.
Wow.
And he was like a super personable, very funny guy, clearly liked to laugh a lot, has kids, like and he gives off the vibe of a musician. By the way, I've never like formally asked him that, but like I can just tell. Like
Okay.
he's kind of got that like rocker
Yeah.
sort
Energy.
of vibe. But he lived in New York, and I got him alone for a second. I was just like, hey, like, really love to know, like, what was it like living in New York? And he goes, oh man. He was like, it was me, my wife, and my dog. Okay, we were staying in her grandma's apartment in Chinatown. And he goes, and it was hot all the time, and I was sweaty all the time. And he goes, and for a year, it was awesome. I could walk to the office and had some of the best like food around. And he goes, and then a year later, got divorced. Me and the dog, we moved back to Michigan. And that was it.
Now he's
And he's just
remarried
like,
with kids.
and he's just cracking up.
Oh my
And
god.
it was so funny.
That's
So,
hilarious.
oh, so he went to New York with a wife and a dog,
Came
and came
home.
back with a dog. And the only reason I'm being so jovial about it was because like this was his tone about it, and obviously it was like he's moved on. So.
That's funny. So what were you doing now? Were you shadowing like at like what did this? I mean, you were
So we
5 hours.
Yeah, we went through a bunch of like very basic like HR onboarding stuff, and most of that is I think the word superfluous.
No.
Superfluous, isn't that it? Yeah, meaning like not terribly like meaningful, like almost like obligatory.
Frivolous?
No.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm not a thesaurus.
Yeah, evidently neither am I. But yeah, so we talked a little bit about how the store is organized, how to find things, which is good. I mean, you need to know where things are.
Yeah.
And then
When asked.
Yeah, and then I was on checking people out the rest of the time.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was cool. Cool customer interactions.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like any major retail store nowadays. They don't push it as hard as some other people, but they've got a credit card. Got 2 different memberships, which confuse the hell out of people. There's the premium membership, which is like
costs money.
It's like $40 a month, right? Which is wild.
No.
And like the membership, it's $40, right? It gets you 10% off per month, or per purchase, right?
So how much dough are you spending?
$400. You got to spend $400 a month there for the membership to pay itself off.
That's just...
So I'm just like, who needs this? And then they have the free membership, which is the one that we have, right?
Yeah.
Because it's free.
I think we've gotten like $5 or $10 off once. But you stopped buying books. Okay, that's something else I wanted to ask you. Are you going to start buying books again now that you're working there?
I mean, I get half off books.
That's nice.
Well, know what else I get? I get a free coffee or tea from the cafe every shift. I know. I was like, excuse me? So I'm going to be doing that every single time. No doubt.
That's awesome.
Thought it was really cool.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it was really nice, isn't it?
Okay, so that's a yes to buying books again?
Only if there's something that I like. Well, like, think about it. If a book came out like years ago and it's $15, right, and it's like good, then I pay like $7.50 for it.
Right.
That's pretty good, but like, it would have to be a book that I want on my shelf.
Yeah.
You know,
or I'm one that you're committed to finishing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Have
you ever thought about selling? I know I brought this up before.
What, selling my books?
Some of them, like the complete DNF, like hated this, because your books are in pretty good condition.
I mean, they should all be in very good condition.
Well, sometimes we dog ear, and people don't.
Oh, I do that too. I do that. Well, I did that quite a bit.
Now that you work at Barnes, you might be.
What I might
respect
I might have
bookmark
a change of heart.
guy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was good.
Good.
So.
Okay.
Mhm.
I had freshman orientation today.
How was that?
I got 5 new freshmen for psychology for undergrad. I mean, for the most part,
I love to see people going into psych, by the way.
It's an interesting crowd.
How many men? How many women?
2 dudes, 3 girls. One of the dudes is a track athlete, and honestly, I think he just didn't know what to study, because he goes, "Is psych hard?" I was like, "Oh no."
That's not the first question you should be asking. Look, psych is not like...
I think people think it's like a blow-off major or something, or like something that like makes you sound smart, but it's not going to be that hard. I'm like, you have Kenny in your future, man. You have neuro. Like,
well, a lot of, like, so with psych, right? If you're not planning on going on to grad school, you're not really going to be using your degree, strictly speaking. And, like, I think that your, like, prospects of finding a job with just an undergraduate psych degree, like, in-field
are low.
Extremely low. Like, because you're not licensed to do anything.
I know.
So the whole, like, thing about, like, yeah, some people, like, when they don't know what to do, they'll just pick psychology because they think it sounds interesting. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Maybe get a minor in psych, but, like, you're going to need a job one day. You know, like, what would you recommend? Like, I just think if you don't know what to do, like, general business is just the way to go.
See, and that's what I kind of want to tell this kid. And it's absolutely no diss to him. But I just feel or Soc. Like, if you, like...
I think the prospects of Soc are even lower.
I know, but if you're just there...
I've never met a sociologist before.
Get a bachelor's degree?
Yeah. But why get a batch in Soc? Like, I don't know what you would go on for in that.
I don't either.
You could work in government, maybe?
Some people, Shane, just want to meet that bare minimum. Do you know how many jobs out there just say bachelor's degree in da-da-da-da, or any field, or related field? I think some people just need to do what they need to do to get a degree at a C's get degrees mentality. Because they're there to play a sport, they're the first person to go to college, yada, yada, yada. And
that's all well and good, but, like, maybe just follow up and, like, hey, like, what do you want to do after, though? Like, you're going to have to work. We all have to have jobs.
What about sport management? If you love track?
Sure, you know?
Like,
why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like...
You want to work for...
I'm coming from the point of view where I'm like, I don't want this young man to... Any of those people.
Flunk out.
Well, to be unemployed after he graduates.
That's
right?
True, that's true.
Or just do something, anything.
Yeah.
Well, like,
that he doesn't need a degree for, even.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you just spent the past 4 years to say, like, you have a degree, and, like, that's great. It's really great. I value higher education. But, like, if you're not going to, like, use that in your professional life, then it's sort of like...
You don't need to go.
What was the point exactly? Like, if it was just to, like, nourish and enrich your mind, that's great.
And have fun with friends and
but,
run.
But it's, like, doubly good if, like...
Now
you
your
did
earning
that,
potential's higher.
And you're able to...
Get a job. Yeah.
Get a job doing what it is that you're interested in.
I might have to talk to Justin. That's a really good idea. That's really good advice. I say that because he's school of business too, other than my boss. So I might just say...
Yeah. Well, just ask him what his long-term plan is. If he doesn't does he want to be a therapist? If so, he needs to know.
No, he 100% does not.
Well, then what's he doing? Does he want to be an academic? Does he want to do research?
No.
Okay, so grad school's not his thing.
No. School, I believe.
School's not... Well, yeah, the whole question about, like, is it hard? By the way, I don't think people can crap on psych. Like, psych is, like, difficult. Like, okay, is it biochemistry? No. But, you know, that's different. That's difficult in a different way. Like, understanding the complexities of the mind and, like, the...
I know. I feel like in and of itself...
Yeah.
I know, and it's not like... I don't know. At least at Madonna, it's not a walk in the park. Which is something to say, because there are some majors that are, like...
Yeah.
As there, I'm sure there are with everywhere. I'm sure somewhere... There's something for everyone.
I think there's been, like, a huge, like, psych boom
lately. I do, too.
Like, I don't know what the stats are on this, but, like, given that attitudes towards, like, mental health and mental health treatment have continued to improve over time, I think that there's a corresponding increase in students declaring psychology as their major.
I agree.
Which makes the job market more competitive. But then it also makes those people that are currently, like, in the said market, I think it opens up their opportunity for, how would
growth?
You say? Yeah, just, like, more...
Clientele.
Greater earning. I don't know.
Yeah.
And have there been, like, similar booms for, like, other... say you were, like, studying computers and, like, like, when the .com, bubble burst,
yeah.
like... That would have,
information
like,
systems.
And I feel like I'm kind of in that right now.
I do, yeah.
Like,
but it's awesome, right?
Yeah, like when I'm coming into the prime of my career, I think that's when psychology is really gonna burst. Like, right now it's like, it's still like very pathologized, right? It's like it's not for like people think that it, or a lot of people that I talk to about the work that I do think that it's about like therapy is
healing.
Only, well, they think that therapy is only for people that are, like, sick or have a disease, not so much for the people that have, like, everyday problems, right, which we all do. And it's not a binary thing, one or the other. It's for both, right? Yeah. It's for everyone and anyone. So I think that in the future, it's going to be seen as part of, a total, like, health and wellness regimen, right?
Yeah.
So.
Or people I mean, I'd argue, and I know we've talked about BetterHelp in the past, but I would argue that social media is trying to make it more mainstream of, anytime people make videos on, like, getting out of a slump, and they'll, like, in the video, it'll be sponsored by some therapy company, and then they talk about how they talk to their therapist. So, like, that's good. Mm-hmm. At least now it's, like, but even then, it's, like, I'm in a slump. Like...
Yeah.
You could just talk to, you're my therapist, and be like, I help you practice.
Yeah.
So I went and saw my parents.
Mm-hmm.
That was really nice. My dog was so cute. Our dog, Stella
Bella.
Stella was so cute tonight. Mm-hmm. She was such a little lover. She came over, put her ears down.
When she, like, sits and she looks at you and she goes...
It was so cute. Like, I don't know why. I was just obsessed with her tonight.
Yeah, because she's got this, like, very, like this,
you want to go?
Yeah, this kind of, like,
tonight,
I'm, like, that, like, I'm that girl energy,
which is funny, because that's also a female dog.
Yeah.
I had to wait for the joke to hit.
Yeah, and but then she has like this soft and tender side too, where she just like looks up at you.
Yeah,
and
she wants pets.
You're so cute. Yeah.
And then I was really bad today, and I said I wasn't gonna do this, but I had the best ice cream of my life.
No, you didn't. Without me. Where'd you go?
It was literally from Meyer. It was like Purple Cow brand mint moose tracks. Literally, stop. Like,
even better than mint Oreo?
I'm telling you, I don't know.
Because I love moose tracks, but I know you love mint combinations.
Mint Oreo, out and about. Probably mint Oreo Culver's is probably my number one ever. But
okay, so this is best store bought.
I don't know.
But it's in the contention forever?
It is
for reals?
completely in...
Sea salt turtle swirl.
There have been so many people distracting me tonight.
Yeah, there's like a huge play date.
Little
going
kids
on around
running around.
which is adorable.
I know. And there's a huge bug bite on my leg from camping that I just cannot release. So yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But this moose tracks, like, I called it right now. Me.
Mm-hmm.
Discovered that. Actually, my mom discovered it, had it,
Better
told me it was unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Her favorite, possibly her favorite ice cream. And I was like, I was like, you're lying. And then I tried it and I was like, what? So anyway.
So better than sea salt turtle swirl?
I don't know, because like they're all different moods, but like for what it was, like
The best it could have been.
yeah, just like worthy of a buy, basically. But my parents' freezer is a little too cold. I've always had that complaint. So it's like a little too hard, so I have to like let it, sit for a second.
Do its thing, yeah. Get a little.
Then I went to the gym, had the best leg day.
Actually?
Literally hit a PR.
Sweet.
For squat. Like turnaround squat machine at Northville. 2 plates on either side for 5 reps.
You love that machine.
Literally almost blacked out. The most weight I've ever done is a plate and a 25. So I literally did 40 pounds more. Because I did 2 plates.
Whoa.
Than I've ever done, and I did it for 5.
2 plates is like real weight.
I know.
Yeah.
Please, Mom. Not now.
I'll give her a call back then.
Yeah, we will in like 2 seconds. And then I did Bulgarians, barf. I did hip thrusts, kickbacks, and then I did ab coaster. Can't remember if I did anything else. I was honestly so cooked after that. Literal, like, max to the death, and I was sweating so bad, and the shirt I was wearing stunk, and I stunk, and it was extremely overstimulating. But it was great. And then I came home, watered my garden, and actually I got a dress.
Did you?
For our, like, the dancing portion of our reception. So basically I would wear my wedding dress through our first dance, which I also want to come back to.
Okay.
Because it's gorgeous and stunning. So, like, come in that dress, first dance, speeches, and then, like, sneak away and go change for the actual dancing, because I don't want to get a bustle on my dress because it makes it look really ugly. A bustle's when they, like, pin it up, and they showed me what it would look like.
Oh, yeah.
And it literally looked like I had feather butt or something. I don't know. It literally
kind of looks like a bird.
It's so weird. And then
it's very
like,
traditional.
I just didn't like it at all. I feel like it literally ruined my dress. I was like, this looks horrible. Take it off. And I said that to my mom, but I didn't say that to the lady. I was like, I don't like it. And she's like, do we need to do that? And then I was just like, so she took it out. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to soil my gown. People will be stepping all over it.
Yeah.
Drunkenly spilling shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna, on my own, with my own money, I'm gonna buy a dancing dress and not sweat my off either. And it came in, and it fits a little bit weird, just right here, and I think it's because it needs to be ironed. So I think it was just the way in which it shipped. It got like messed up, so I need to see if that will work or not. So I'm hoping it does, because it was from a really nice brand. It's extremely flattering. I like it a lot. It's actually from the brand called Odd Muse, which is a London brand. So then I literally London. So then I literally had to pay extra for freaking international shipping, which is not something I've ever done. I was like, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. And and now I'm just like concerned. But it's also at the point where it's like, I think I need to figure it out. because like I think I need to figure out how to make the dress work is what I'm saying, because this is the only thing that's like weird about it, so I just need to try to like, but I'm like, even I like it to the point where I'm even like, maybe I could try to get it like altered, but I don't want to spend money like that when I already spent money on the dress. So then it's like, should I look for something else? Because there was another dress that I wanted, but it was $100 more than what I spent, and that just seems like absolutely extreme for a dress I'm gonna wear for like 2 or 3 hours. But they have incredible resale value, all of these dresses. Like I could sell them on Poshmark like that for like a $70 loss, which is like $70 for a dress that I wouldn't keep, because it is like a one-time wear, you know? Same thing with the wedding dress, but I don't know, I'll probably keep that.
I would hope so.
Yeah, but people keep it and then nobody wears it. So then it's kind of like, why did you keep it? Like, I don't know.
For the memory of the thing.
Yeah.
Like, my mom pulled out her wedding dress and showed it to us when we were boys, and I remember thinking that was pretty incredible.
Oh, okay.
But you're also the woman that, like, 20, 30 years from now will be like, yep, still fits. So
I kind of feel that way about some clothes from high school. I'm like, it's better.
Yeah. And then, I don't know,
some girls, like, literally will, like, change their mom's dress and, like, to make it their own. I was going to say, I'm like,
and if we have a daughter, it might be a nice option.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, like, you don't have to do this, but this is a dress I wore.
You could wear it, or you could have it completely changed, like, whatever you want. Honestly, I don't know. So we'll see, but that's where I'm at. And then, the thing I wanted to bring up was about our first dance.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
This Sunday, my family asked me to play our first dance song, which is beginning, middle, end. Now...
Just yesterday?
Yes. Now, they wanted to hear it. Now, nobody knows that song, and I'm starting to get a little self-conscious about that. And for some reason, over and over and over again, I keep hearing... Where are you going?
Nowhere.
Oh.
I just think I know what you're about to say next.
I keep hearing Next Thing You Know by Jordan Davis. And every time it almost makes me cry. It is like the best song.
I can only
ever.
Hear the chorus in my mind right now. Next thing you know.
Yeah. Saving money like never before. Spend it all at that jewelry store. Getting down on one knee on her mama's porch. Just pray she don't say no. Next thing you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, hearing it from you, I should have heard him sing it, because hearing you sing it now, I like love it. That's
well, it's so nice. It's literally telling their whole life story. It's like it will make you cry. Like it's like it just tells the nicest story, because it's basically like what we want to do. Like all these things. Like you move in together, you get married, you have kids, and then it's like have a yard full of your kids' kids. Take them to church, teach them to fish.
Ooh, okay.
So, like, about being grandparents and, like, falling back in love.
Building a family.
Yeah.
Staying in love.
Yeah. Well, falling in love in a new way. But, yeah. So, okay, I don't know.
Let's listen to it together, but also, I think that when it comes to, like, just things that are, like, deeply important to us, like, I think you, like...
Well, we already picked the song.
Well, just like, is it possible? Trying to figure out how to phrase this.
I let that influence me.
I don't think that you ever would have doubted it. Like, were they being like?
No, they weren't being negative towards it. I just realized, like, Anna had never heard it. They've never heard it. Like,
is that an issue? I didn't know it before you introduced it to me.
I know, but that makes me feel even more weird, because, like, I feel like most people pick, and even Next Thing You Know, like, I feel like most people are like, oh, this is the song that we da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's like an us memory.
Are you looking for something with more significance to us? Okay.
Yeah.
What memories do we have where music was directly tied to it? I'm just saying, because, like, music hasn't been, like, a huge part of our relationship together.
I know.
Like, we've been to I mean, concerts. We went to Darius Rucker.
Well, we were gonna do
With the
big plans
with the free-
all along,
Yeah.
and then you don't like
No.
that much at all.
No.
You
What's
don't
the name
care
of that
for
artist again?
Chris Lane.
Yeah.
That was always supposed to be our song.
Yeah, well, it's a great song.
It is.
It means a lot to you. Every time when it was at the peak of its popularity and it was playing on every
I would
country
send
station
you,
every
yeah.
5 minutes, you would like sing along to it like with me in the car
Yeah.
and send me screenshots. Of it.
Okay, I have another one like that. I used to
Yeah.
sing "Good Ones" by Gabby Barrett to you.
Yeah. So, what's the name of the first song again? The country song.
Big Plans.
Okay, and then the other one. Good Ones.
Good
These
ones. The Good Ones.
Okay, so Big Plans and the Good Ones.
Well, the Good Ones
So-
is playing already as
so
like
she-
the slow song.
She don't know that I got some big plans.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really do like that one.
It's such a good song.
But then, like, he's one of the good ones. That's kind of like, I mean, it's very obvious that it's, it's written from a female's perspective towards, like, this guy
Yeah.
who she loves. And I think that's wonderful. But as far as, like, our first dance goes, like, it should be something about, like, our, like, joint, like, love. Like, an expression of, like, both your love to me and my love to you.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that's really her just being like, I really love my husband.
Yeah.
I would like for it to also be like, yeah, I really love my wife too,
That's
so
nice.
yeah.
So do you have anything or no? Ed Sheeran, we went and saw Ed Sheeran, but
Ed
Chelsea
Sheeran.
and Tyler already did perfect. Oh, you like Thinking Out Loud.
Yeah, Thinking Out Loud is a good song. Dan and Shay have a lot of really good songs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
what
listened
are
to
some
some
of
of
theirs?
those. Oh, God, I'd have
There's
to
that one
go
that
through my
goes like,
playlist.
it's like, drive away from your house, chasing butterflies.
Oh, we used to listen
That's
to that.
just what you do.
Yeah, we did used to
That one's
listen.
good. And they were young at the time. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, yeah.
I don't even know if they were married to the women they wrote all their songs about, like, later. But, yeah. They could have been. I don't know. That was a good one. And then... Yeah. I don't know. We're kind of in the country vein.
I just love me some country.
Okay, so you're... Well, this could be, like, a fun... I'm not saying it has to be changed, but if you're wanting to explore different options, like, let's make it a fun thing and just do that together.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, look, I am obsessed with the song that we picked. I truly am.
It's really
And
cute.
it's unique,
Yeah.
which I kind of appreciate.
Which is
and
a feature of it being relatively unknown.
And we went to the dance lesson
Yeah.
and danced to it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were going to ask me about, by the way.
Oh. No.
Yeah, like, what are we actually going to do when we're out there? We need to figure that out.
Well, we need to figure it out. And
Because
then...
you can just spontaneously do your thing.
Yeah. No.
No.
And we'll try to, like, I would try to, like, tell you what to do, and then you'd be like, no. And then you'd be like,
Yeah. Well,
try to lead, and...
Well, it just traditionally the man would lead through the dance, and I really don't like that.
Because you don't dance.
With you as my partner, yes, I can, and I've tried to teach you to waltz. I know how to waltz. You don't think so? Humor me a little bit. I'm not like the worst.
No, we're like...
It's a lot of swaying, but like it's it's a stylistic choice.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we had the dance lesson, and then Anna played it for us during our engagement shoot.
That was a cool thing that she did, by the way.
That was so cute.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways.
She was
I feel
taller
like,
than I thought she was going to be.
Oh my gosh, I thought she was like going to be like 5'6", and she was like 5'10".
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, hi.
I know. I was like, oh.
I'm glad that she's going to be at our wedding, though.
I know, me too.
Just like she's a good personality to have.
She is.
And like the videographer, what's his name? We haven't spoken to him in a while. So.
We haven't.
Yeah, so Matthew, his montages are like epic, like an epic love, you know? Like when I go on
they
his
like
Instagram, it's like, 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 and it's like all the rising, and it's like
super intense music.
Gets me excited. Yeah, so
I feel like he's excited to film us, which makes me feel special.
yeah. Well, like, I don't know, like, from a business perspective, hopefully they get a lot out of this too.
Good content, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, our location is beautiful.
Yes.
I think we're both gonna look our
phenomenal.
best.
It'll be the best I've ever looked. I know it will, without a doubt. I'll have that glow. You'll have that glow. It's just, it like actually is true.
It is.
Like it's
the
just
love
like
glow.
The love and the endorphins and like being around all your favorite people. Like plus most people get like incredibly like dolled up or handsomed up. Like it's not your everyday. Okay, we should probably go to bed. That was so abrupt, but yeah.
It
gotta
was
call back your mom.
Okay. And just time for quality downtime.
It's
together.
9 p.m. and I have to be up at 5:30 to win. So
okay.
we gotta get into bed.
I love you.
I love you too.